video.
Hey, oh, she's.
I need to get a copy.
You said there's 2 in it. There happens to be a copy.
My court sessions are showing. Here it is. And do you have an interpreter?
Yes, sure. Where'd he go? He understands some English, Your Honor, just to be sure.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
And what is your name?
Javier Halomo.
Say your last name again.
Halomo.
Spell it for the court reporter.
Before anything else happens here, notice how carefully the court handles language barriers. This isn't just formality. It's a constitutional safeguard. If a defendant doesn't fully understand proceedings, anything that follows could be challenged later. That's why interpreters are sworn in like witnesses. One mistranslation can derail an entire case. So right out of the gate, the judge is protecting the record and the conviction.
J-A-L-O-M-O.
Thank you, Mr. Halamo. Would you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you will truthfully and accurately translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English? All right, thank you, sir. And so what I say to you, just say exactly that to him and then answer back to me for him, okay? Sir, are you Juan Martinez Rodriguez? Okay. So you understand some English?
Yeah, he knows. He kind of understands it.
All right.
He's good.
Mr. Rodriguez is charged with theft of property. And Mr. Macon, what is your announcement?
Your Honor, I think I'm just now receiving the video. I've got, I think, all the other the discovery in the case, and I'd ask for a short reset just to get with my client, review all that.
We have a copy of the USB drive in our file. I'll send it to Mr. Macon now, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. And so, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to reset your case about 30 days. Make sure you make an appointment and go visit with Mr. Macon before that next court date. Okay? All right, y'all free to go. Thank you, sir. Good morning. Are you Ramon Artola Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Artola, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 1432. You're charged with, Mr. Artola, what are you doing? All right, just be still and pay attention. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of failure to comply with sex offender registration requirements. And that is from August 30th of 2025. Since you've made bond in that case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? So I'm not sure what's going on with the other court. They're going to take you down and get that figured out. But because you've made bond in this case, I expect you to try to hire a lawyer. So in this case, what I'm going to do is reset it for about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail.
This is where things quietly get serious. The judge isn't just giving advice. This is a court order. Talk to 3 lawyers might sound casual, but failing to do it can land him straight back in jail. Judges use bond as leverage, and this is a textbook example. Miss a step, ignore instructions, and your freedom gets renegotiated. Fast. Question for you. Would you take this warning seriously or gamble that the court won't check?
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to have you sign a reset notice, and then they'll take you down to the other court. Right here, sign this first. Tiona Hughes. Good morning, ma'am. You're Tiona Hughes. And Ms. Hughes, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 1058. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of credit or debit card abuse from May 19th of 2025. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? Okay, so what I'm going to do is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before that next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? Yes. All right, if you have a step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice. Virginia Williams Jones. All right, we got a traffic jam over there. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Virginia Williams Jones? Yes, ma'am. And Ms. Williams Jones, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 1430. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of property with previous convictions, and that's from August 9th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Yes, ma'am. I want to see what I can.
Uh-huh.
I have to make a payment.
Okay, so what I'll do, Ms. Williams Jones, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to get that payment to Mr. Kimler. If you get him paid and hired before the next court date, be sure you bring the reset notice that you get today to his office so they can tell you what to do. If for some reason it's not going to work with Mr. Kimler, then you need to talk to at least 3 other attorneys. Bring me those names so I know you're trying to hire someone else, and then we'll discuss your options. Also, if you make a payment to Mr. Kimler, but you haven't paid him in full, bring a receipt so that I know you're working on that, and that way we'll give you some more time to take care of that, okay? If you don't do those things, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you step in front of the clerk, she'll give you your reset notice.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Ronnie Lanza.
Thank you.
Good morning. Are you Ronnie Lanza?
Yes.
And Mr. Lanza, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 1182. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of property from May 12th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
I went ahead and contacted when I first got out, and they told me that there was an attorney.
Speak up a little bit, please.
When I bonded out, I went ahead and called Jefferson County's DA's office from a number that they gave me from Medina, where I was
Oh, yeah,
incarcerated for
Arrested?
a warrant. Yeah. They gave me a number and they said that there had been an attorney appointed. I asked for some information, that's something I never got
Right.
that information.
So your appointed attorney is Mr. Rojas, and when you're in custody, we automatically give you a court-appointed attorney. But once you bond out, then I'm going to expect you to try to hire your own attorney. And so what I'll do is reset your case to give you some time to see if you can hire your own attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone.
Yes, ma'am.
If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you that reset notice. This is Mr. Smith. Oh, I didn't see you. Good morning. Good morning, sir. You're Alexander Thornton. And Mr. Thornton is charged with fraudulent use or possession of a credit card. And Mr. Wheeler, what is the announcement?
Your Honor, Mr. Barrington has had some issues communicating with him lately. They've had some issues with his health. He's had to go to the hospital recently and change phone numbers. Mr. Barrington has that new phone number, and he's in the process of trying to get on the veterans docket, I believe. He's working on that paperwork.
Okay.
Dallas tried to call me this morning.
Well, the day of court's not the day to do that.
Did try. And he apologizes for not being here, Your Honor. He's having child issues.
So if you'll just, I'm going to reset the case. This will be the final reset.
Yes, Your Honor.
So whatever needs to take place, if you're trying to get into the veterans program, you need to get everything done and turned in immediately. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Barrington. If you get into that program, it's a great program. If not, we need to figure out what to do on that next court date. Okay, perfect. Thank you. You're free to go. Thank you, Mr. Wheeler.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. DeLage, you've got Carly Davis.
Yes, Judge.
Morning.
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Good morning. Happy New Year, Mr. Coleman.
26, Judge.
You ready for it?
Ready or not, it's here.
Here we are.
Good morning. You're Carly Davis. And Ms. Davis has two cases, driving while intoxicated, third or more. Ms. DeLage, what is the announcement?
Judge, I think we're gonna need a little more time. I am waiting on some specific evidence, some blood work from her first case. I don't have it yet, the results of it. I did ask for it, but I will say it was over the holiday, in fairness to.
Right.
I have not, Mr. Lage did in fact send me an email. I haven't had a chance to review that email requesting the lab results. I haven't had a chance to look at my file this morning, but I suspect it should be available in discovery.
I did not find it in discovery. I found it for the second case, but not the first
If
case.
it's a hard copy is in my file, and I'll check right now, I'll be happy to make her a copy.
So what I'll do is this, I will reset it one more time. Typically, they don't indict unless they have that. So
Right.
hopefully, that'll be something that's easily taken care of. Make sure you stay in touch with Ms. DeLage so that y'all can go over everything she receives, and then we will get an announcement at that next court date. But if he has it this morning, it sounds like maybe you can get that copy of that.
And get, yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'll know more about. what we're looking
Perfect.
at. Thank
All
you.
right, you're free to go. Thank you. Mr. Good morning. How are you, sir? Happy New Year. All right, sir, you're Miguel Reyna. And Mr. Reyna, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1687. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of driving while intoxicated, third or more. That's from September 19th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? Have you already hired one?
Yes, ma'am, he said he's on his way.
Who's that?
John West,
Okay, if y'all haven't received anything, when did you get him hired?
as soon as I got him.
Okay, if you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom until he gets here and he'll confirm that, and then we'll get you a new court date, okay? Don't leave until we talk to him or let you go. Maybe he can come over here before.
Yeah,
He did?
yeah.
Okay, Mr. Reyna, they did get his notice of representation filed, and so you're free to go today. You need to stay in touch with Mr. West and your bondsman, and they'll let you know when your next court date is. All right, have a good day, sir. Good morning, sir. Are you Junius Vital? And Mr. Vital, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1374. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of failure to comply with sex offender registration requirements, and that's from July 17th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? All right, so Mr. Vital, what I'm going to do is reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to see if you can get someone hired. If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you step right here in front of the clerk, she'll give you that reset notice.
Now pay attention. This is a hard pivot in tone. Up until now, we've been seeing routine resets and procedural housekeeping. But this next case, completely different stakes. When a case moves from negotiations to trial, especially after plea was already rejected, that's a sign both sides are dug in. From here on out, every move matters, and there's no safety net left.
Good morning, sir. You're Michael Thomas, and this is 23 DCCR 0530. Mr. Thomas is charged with indecency with a child by sexual contact. We had reset the case because there was a family proceeding that you guys were going to get the transcript and review. So what is the status at this point?
We've had a chance to receive everything from family court and review with judge, so at this time, we're ready to move back to the trial docket.
Okay, so nothing's changed as far as, let's see, what the, I rejected a plea back in July. Was there
Right.
any other negotiations after that with regard to any different pleas?
No, the family court hearing was shortly after that rejection occurred. So once I found out about that, that's when we started trying to get that information.
Okay. So it was a 4-year cap, so, okay, all right, and Mr. Nichols, as far as Mr.
I
Hoffhour's.
don't see any notes indicating any other issues, Your Honor.
All right, we'll set your case for trial, make sure you stay, and so are you appointed?
I'm retained.
Okay, all right, so we will set your case for trial. Mr. Lewis will begin preparation. Make sure you stay in touch with him so you can visit and be ready at that trial date. All right, thank you. Okay, thank you. I got the Diamond James dismissal as well.